Audio Jungle.
Well, first of all, it's a pleasure to have you here. So thank you for accepting this interview. First of all, I would like to ask you about yourself, about how is Mika outside the tracks? How can you define not only as a driver, but also as a person?
Well, I would say that I am, when I'm racing, I am very dedicated. I am very stubborn. I never give up. So really eyes on the target all the time. And I fully focus on what I do. So I stay within the team and really try to focus on that during the race weekend. Outside of race weekends, I would say I'm a much more talkative person. I am much more open, talking to people, and but still, even though outside of racing, I'm also still very stubborn when it comes to reaching my goals and having the passion for what I do. So yeah, I would say, kind of eye of the tiger feeling when I'm racing, and outside much more social and talking to people and so on.
Extreme A, it's the competition where you are most known of. You entered a few years ago. How important has been the streaming for you? Another time, not only as a driver, but also as a person to know yourself better.
A lot, I would say. For me, Extreme really opened up a whole new world for me. Before that, it was mainly circuit racing and also mainly racing in Scandinavia. I did a few years of racing in Germany as well, but with Extreme, a whole new world and the whole world pretty much opened up to me. So driving off-road like we do on all these different kind of surfaces, working with top team like Rosberg and top teammate like Johan, I have developed so much as a driver, but also as a person, just like you say, because Extreme is just so much more about, so much more than just racing the cars. Also what we do with Legacy program, developing sustainable technology. It has really taught me so much, and those subjects as equality and sustainability has always been close to me and my heart. But now with Extreme Me, I've learned a lot and also developed a lot as a person, both on track and off track.
Okay, you arrived at streaming in 2021 with Jenson Buttons, not Rosberg. How did they contact to you? How there were these first contacts with them and this first interest in you?
Well, my first contact with Extreme was actually through Continental, who at that time was my cooperation partner. So I was asked to be the test driver for them to develop the tires. So I did that. And then I was also one of the first drivers to sign up for, it was called like a driver's program for Extreme. So I was the very first person to be involved in the project. And a lot of people asked, is this really going to be reality? Is this serious going to happen? And here we are 3 seasons later, and it's, really up running, known all over the world. So it feels amazing to be part of it from the very start. And then I was, though, the last driver chosen into the series in 21. So I was approached by Jenson Button. I did a driver test for them, and then, they chose me as a driver. But very openly, it was a big shock coming into Extreme. Like I said, it was a whole new world before tarmac racing, and then I came to this, and it was these crazy tracks and extreme tracks. And it started off tough for me, but then step by step, I got better and learned. And then, I got the dream call in end of 2021, the call from Nico asking if I wanted to join Rosberg X Racing. And it's definitely the best decision I've made in my life. I mean, this whole journey that I've done with them so far is just incredible.
Well, talking about Nico Rosberg, last year you achieved the championship in the last race there in Chile. How special was that moment for you?
Very special. I mean, we were so close of winning the title in 22 and then lost it in the way we did. So that was really heartbreaking in 22. And going into 23, we just said, we just try to do everything right that we can in our way. And I mean, we even came into the last season of the year, hadn't led the championship at any point until then. it was really a dramatic final. But one thing that I've learned from my parents, and also, that definitely stands for Rosberg X Racing, is to never give up. So even though we had to start like we did on the Sunday, we just kept on pushing and never gave up. And that moment when I realized that, okay, we just won the championship, before, when you get happy for a race, there's so much emotions and a lot of adrenaline, and you just want to celebrate with your team. Of course I want to celebrate with my team winning the championship, but it was like a calm feeling. It was like it felt like it was 2 years of work, not only just 1 year, but also because it was so close in 22, 2 years of really hard work. And that's when you understand that all of those small things, all the details that you do, they sum up to a championship. And I just felt this calm feeling in my body of complete happiness. And yes, every single thing that you do, every single fight, it's all worth it, because in the end, this is the goal and this is what we want to reach. So it was a very special feeling that I am never going to forget and always keep with me.
Yeah, talking about that moment that you cross the line and they tell you that you are the champions, what is the first thing that came to your mind, the first person, the first memory?
The first memory is just pressing the button and asking, did we really win? Because I kind of knew in my head, okay, we had passed Laia. I also asked about how Laia was doing, because obviously she had a role, but got straight away the information from the team that, she was fine. And, once that was settled, and I just realized that, okay, we have won the whole title, the whole championship. You just think about the whole team, everyone that is being involved, thinking about, of course, Nico as a team boss, all the partners that we have on board, every single person that has been a part of this journey. That's exactly what I was thinking about. And that it's so many people involved, so thankful to all of those people, but also thankful to all the work that we put in to get that championship title.
And now talking about this year, you are again the leaders. Your momentum is fantastic with that first win in the first race. How much confidence does this first win and this good beginning of the season to you and to the team?
I mean, of course, it feels great to take that win and take those important points. And of course, we want to defend the championship title and take it again. However, it is a very tough championship. I mean, looking at last year, it was decided in the very last race. Coming into the last race weekend, it was 5 teams. That's, half of the teams in the series could win the championship. So it's very good drivers and very good teams. And of course, we feel confident in the way that we are working. We know that we are strong, but we also know that we always have to keep on improving and pushing ourselves, because the others, they are improving and they're pushing themselves. So we know that we still need to keep on fighting hard and it's a long way to go to win the championship again.
For sure, it's a very tight championship, but do you see yourselves with options to compete again for the title? And how difficult do you see to do this, repeat the championship?
I mean, like I said, very tight championship, very good drivers and team, and of course we are there to win the championship again. But we are also aware of how many things that needs to come together in order to win a championship. We saw that in 22, we saw that in 23 as well. So it's really the hard work that needs to be put in every time you head out there, but also in between the races to prepare as well and to work with the team to continue developing. So yes, of course, we want to defend the championship, but we also know it's going to be really hard work again.
Now talking about Johan, we had the opportunity to have here with us a few months ago, and he told us about your good relationship and all that stuff. But I would like to ask you about if you can highlight one thing about him and say why.
One thing, he is a very good teammate, so it's hard to actually say just one thing, but I would say the thing that has definitely developed me the most as a driver is his ability to really take the time and support me all the time. You can definitely tell that he is a father of two kids because he has a lot of patience with all of my thousands of questions. But even though I keep asking him questions, how can I improve? What can I do here? Please, Johan, can you come here? Can we watch this video? He's always there to keep on helping me. And I mean, we are a team, so of course we need to both be the best drivers out there to win the races. But I have a feeling, I mean, I also did a bit of rallycross together with him last year, and he was still in that way very open on helping me and supporting me, even though we were racing then, in fact, against each other. So I would say from my side, that is definitely the side that I cherish the most because he's so helpful and so open with, pushing me to become a better driver.
And he also told us about his intentions or his feelings to ride in the Dakar in the future. Is something that you have also in your mind?
It is actually. I was the other week just testing a new built car for the Challenger category. And if you would have asked me 5 years ago, I would have said, no, I am not going to do Dakar. But with Extreme E and the whole new world that was opened up, also with the family history that I have. So my grandfather won Paris-Dakar in 1980. So it's in my blood doing that. I also know, though, in order to win Dakar, I mean, looking at Carlos Sainz, the legend that he is, it takes a lot of experience and a lot of time to understand the type of driving. In Extreme E, we have 2 laps, really maximizing. In Dakar and those kind of events, it's much longer driving. It's a different type of reading the training, understanding. So to get to Dakar, and I am a very competitive person. So when it comes to me personally and on track, very competitive. So I want to do my best and I really want to perform. And I know that the preparation for Dakar would be massive. However, it is a dream of mine.
And would you like to have Johan as the teammate for that adventure?
That'd be really cool, definitely. We would race against each other, so I wouldn't want him as a co-driver. He can race his own car and I race my car. But yeah, definitely, that would be fun.
Okay. Now talking about the future of the Extreme E that changes the name for Extreme H next season because of the change of supply from electric to hydrogen. What are your thoughts about this change and how important do you think it would be?
I think when it comes to Extreme E, and I mean, it's definitely Extreme E 2.0 when it comes to H and hydrogen and technology. And that is what, why they started the series, because they want to continue developing sustainable technology that will be used in our everyday cars and fighting for sustainability. But also, I mean, of course, the main values for the series will still be there with equality and sustainability. But it definitely shows the improvement of the series, always improving technology, also improving the way that we are going to race, but still with its core main values. So I think it's amazing, and I'm really looking forward to Extreme H.
And finally, talking about Nico Rosberg, your boss, we can say.
Yes.
How is your relationship with him, and what advices does he give to you?
Nico is really involved when it comes to racing, but also outside of the racing, because Nico knows that, the more you drive, the better driver you are. Also looking at it, I mean, he is the very single driver winning a world championship against Lewis Hamilton in the same car. So Nico really knows that looking into the details, looking over everything, making sure that no stone is left unturned, that is the key to success. And things like that is something that I really learned from him. After each race, he's always involved in looking on how we can improve, what we can do better, always present when it comes to texting and calling us during the race weekends. But like I said, also in between race weekends. So I did speak to him just the other week about possible more driving opportunities. We'll most likely meet him at an event the next week as well. So I'm very happy that Nico is so involved as he is. I mean, it would be easy to believe and think that he's just the poster name of the team, but that is definitely not the case. He's very involved, and I do believe also that is the reason why the team won the championship in 21, very close in 22. winning in 23, because Nico has this kind of experience of really winning championships.